With reference to the Section 11 mentioned earlier, the parties to the contract must be an adult, means a minor is not competent to make a contract. Now we are going to discuss about contracts made by minors. Who is a minor? The Contracts Act 1950 did not define who is a minor. However, according to Section 1 of the Age of Majority Act 1971, a person attains the age of majority at 18. Therefore, it is assumed that a minor is below 18 years old. So, what is the effect of contracts made by minors? Are the contracts valid or not? The general rule is a contract made by minor is void. This is because the minors are not competent to contract. This can be referred to Section 10 Clause 1 and Section 11. According to Section 10, a contract must be made by parties who are competent. According to Section 11, the persons who are competent to contract must be of the age of majority. Therefore, due to these two sections, the minors are not competent to contract, and consequently, the contracts made by them are void. When a contract is void, the minor under the contract cannot be sued upon the contract. The other parties to the contract cannot enforce or claim anything under the contract against the minor. The minor is not liable upon the contract. Similarly, the minor himself also cannot enforce the contract. This is because he does not have the capacity to make the contract valid and enforceable by him. Ini bermaksud jika kontrak tersebut tidak sah kerana pihak yang berkontrak adalah kanak-kanak, kontrak tersebut tidak boleh dikuatkuasakan dan tiada sebarang hak dan tanggungan yang boleh dituntut oleh mana-mana pihak. Exceptions. Even though the general rule stipulates that the contracts made by minors are void, still there are exceptions to this. Under these exceptions, the contracts are valid and binding upon the parties, even though one of them is a minor. The contract is binding upon the minor is bound to whatever terms of the contract. The exceptions are 1. Contracts for necessaries, 2. Beneficial contracts or contracts of apprenticeship, 3. Contracts for scholarships, 4. Contracts for insurance, and 5. Contracts made under the Age of Majority Act 1971. All these 5 kinds of contracts are valid and enforceable upon the minors.